What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Final Fantasy 1, the game that started everything in this lovable little franchise. Now, obviously at the end of the last video we did go back and do a whole bunch of collections now that we have the Mystic Key. And this time we're actually going to be getting an item we need at Cornelia Castle. The only downside is we have to walk all the way around the back of the castle like this to get down to two little secret rooms. Now, both of these rooms you cannot get in without the Mystic Key. And of course, for items, we are going to be getting the lovely mithril knife, a saber, a cottage, and you know, just 3 normal items there. This is the room that we really want though. And the reason for that is this, the nitro powder. Now, let that sink in for a little bit. We've got what is essentially gunpowder. I wonder what we're going to do with that. Anyway, left over is an iron armor and a... yeah, okay, no, wait, it was a tent. Yeah, iron armor and a tent. I was going to say, like, hang on, I missed what I picked up. But no, it was just a tent. Okay, so now that we have those 6 items, we're actually now going to go back to the Chaos Shrine. Now, there's nothing we need there for story completion, because, well, the only thing we actually needed was the nitro powder to advance with the story, but there is still some items that we could not collect on our first trip there. Because in case you can't remember, there were 2 locked rooms. Now that we actually have the Mystic Key, though, we can, however, go and get them. And then this will actually mark the end of our little backtracking spree. Once we get these 2 rooms done, we can actually continue on with the game. So one of the things that we are going to get down here is, I believe this is actually going to be the Rune Blade. I believe, anyway. Yep, there's the Rune Blade. Now, the Rune Blade is a little interesting because it's our first weapon that has a unique effect on it. And what that means is, well, it could be anything, you know, like it could cast magic when used as an item in battle, or it could have a special effect when equipped. The Rune Blade falls into the second category there because it actually deals more damage to spellcaster type monsters. Whoops, wrong room. So basically, you know, if you remember things like the Pisco Demon from the Marsh Cave, it's enemies like that the Rune Blade will do more damage to. We do have another weapon here that is going to have a similar effect, which is the Werebuster. Now, as you might have gathered from its name, it deals more damage to werewolf-style monsters. Now, we're not really going to be needing those for... you know, for a little while, but they do, well, the effects do come in handy later on in the game. For now, not so much though. So, we are now done with all of the backtracking. So let's actually continue on now, shall we? And one of the things we're gonna go do now is we're gonna go visit the dwarfs. And, well, you know that nitro powder we picked up? We're gonna blow something up. It's like the dwarfs are, you know, like a mining race that they mine a lot. They do a lot of blacksmithing, but for some reason they have a little bit of trouble like getting through an area. So we're gonna do this the easy way, and we're just gonna blow it to hell and back, pretty much. It's like I think that pretty much describes what we're about to do in a nutshell. Now, why am I? I was just going to say, like, why are these fights taking so long? It's like, I absolutely crushed them, man. Anyway, what we need to do now is you need to ride your ship all the way up to this little inlet right here. And we're now going to go over here to this place, which is actually going to be the good old Mount Duergar. At least I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. I don't know, like, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Someone feel free to... you know, casually call me an idiot in the comments down below. It's like, I know what I'm like with pronunciations, and you guys also know what I'm like with pronunciations. Okay, so first and foremost, we are now in Duergar. So there are a few things we can actually do here. First and foremost, we're going to go straight up because there are going to be some treasure chests for us. There's going to be 575 gil there and 450 gil there. And then we're also going to move over to the left a little bit into this room. Now, this guy right here, he's, well, he's a smith, but we're not going to do anything with him just yet. That's actually a clue for something that you can do way later on. Basically, he wants some adamantite. We're not going to get that until, like, near the very end of the game. Once you do get it, though, you just bring it back to him and he'll create you, like, a super weapon, basically. Now, no, we can't actually go down for the other hidden chests just yet, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. We can actually get them. Never mind. I was just going a little too far. Okay, so we have a tent right here. We have a Great Helm. We have a Wime Killer. Now, just like the Rune Blade and the Werebuster, the Wime Killer also shares an effect that it deals more damage to Dragon-type monsters. That, again, is going to come in really, really handy later. For now, not so much, though, because we're not really going to be fighting any dragons just yet. Okay, so now that we've got all the treasure chests there, we need to actually speak to this little dwarf right here. And we're going to give him the nitro powder that we got. The explosive force in this powder will hammer canal open in no time flat. God, I hate the way dwarves speak in this game, man. They're so confusing. They are so confusing, dude. Oh, well, either way, he's just going to blow up a giant hole. And, you know, when you're underground, like under a giant lake or the ocean and that, it might not be a good idea to cause such a big explosion because, well, watch what happens here. Yeah, it's like, let's run, everybody, let's run. So, we've just had a massive explosion underground, which has caused the top part to just literally, you know, like, get destroyed, essentially. You would think that such an explosion would cause the entire mine to flood, because if the explosion is strong enough to destroy the top part there, then it means there's going to be a giant hole leading down to where we set the TNT. But no, it doesn't get flooded because reasons, I guess. I really don't get why it doesn't get flooded, man. It should totally get flooded. God damn, I can't wait to see what lies out there. Yeah, me too, buddy, me too, because that's actually where we're going right now. So we are going to go all the way back up through this long, empty pathway. And now we're actually just going to leave the Mountain Duergar. We will be coming back there way later, though. So now that we've just blown that a little bit up, we actually want to go ahead and go back to our ship now. And the reason for that is we can now actually leave the giant, well, I say the giant. We can now actually leave the tiny little area that we've been locked to. Because it's like, if you don't know, well, I was just about to bring up the map aboard the battle. Okay, so if you don't know, like, we were limited to this area right here with the ship, unfortunately, whereas now we are not. We can actually get through that little gap now. And Talamarkta ringing. Where's the phone so I can throw it to the other side of the room? Alright, let's get rid of that. Okay. So, as I was saying, we can now actually use the ship to come out here, and because of that, we can actually travel near enough the entire world right now. Now, obviously, we can't dock everywhere. We do still need to, these little ports to dock on. However, there are a few that we can do. So, for example, we can go right here where I am now, which is kind of where we're actually going to go. Or if you want to, you could also go all the way over here, right here, and then you can also walk around here a little bit and do some fighting. Now, you can't really do much here, unfortunately, because of the like the port issue in there, but you could also dock up here and then run around, do some more fights, yada yada yada. Don't really recommend it though, because there's not really anything over there for now, and we'll have to go there later. So, anyway, for now, let's just go back to the ship, shall we? Oh, and I know a lot of people mentioned in like an older part that I didn't actually talk about the leveling spot over here. So if you don't know, like This is Provoker right here, where you go and actually unlock the ship. If you walk south from that town there and go around the mountain range and up here, at the very end of this little peninsula, there's 2 squares that are effectively like glitched out, and the enemies you fight on these 2 squares at the very end are the enemies that you would normally encounter up here, so much later in the game. It does turn into a really, really good grinding spot, with most fights giving you anywhere from, you know, like 1 to 3,000 EXP per character, and a few thousand, you know, gil. But we're not going to do that because I don't really want to make myself, like, super overpowered, unfortunately. Okay, one of the things I should mention as well is you see that whirlpool? Do not enter that. That's going to be, like, way, way, way later. So what we're going to do is we're going to avoid that like the plague. And then we're just going to dock our little ship right here and go into this lovely town of Malmond, which is not so lovely anymore, unfortunately. I am, however, going to use the inn and we're going to visit the shops. So Malmond is a cursed town, unfortunately. It's being attacked by a vampire, and as you can see, it's been attacked quite a few times because everything is trashed. Now, in terms of weapons, there's nothing really new here other than the longsword. You can get it if you want, but there are going to be some better weapons coming up. Now, when it comes to magic, though, we do actually have some really, really good ones. So we have Duergar, Live, Duergar, and Hilaria. Unfortunately, though, they are level 5, so I don't think I can learn them. Yeah, I can't learn them. If you are a higher level than me when you come here, for your white mage, I definitely suggest getting Duergar, Live, and Hilaria. Now, Duergar is okay, you know, especially because there's a lot of undead enemies in this game. But personally, a white mage to me is a healing character, so I like to go, you know, just for the healing abilities. But again, you know, it's entirely up to you what you get. For Black Mage, we actually have a few different things. So the first one is Firiger. You know, that is an obvious one that you should totally get because it's stronger fire damage to all foes, and there are a lot of foes in this game weak to fire. You have Scourge, which instantly kills all foes. Now, this is debatable. When it works, it's amazing, but it's not a 100% chance to kill all foes. Teleport is not as broken in FF1 as it is in FF2, but it's still pretty good for getting through dungeon floors, so I would maybe suggest picking that up. And then you have Slower, which reduces one foe's number of attacks. This is the upgraded version of Slow, in which it actually reduces the amount of attacks more, you know? Like, it doesn't work on all characters. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. But yeah, it doesn't work on all characters at once, like you would essentially think, but it does further reduce the attack. So if a monster would normally do 10 attacks, Slow takes that down to, let's say, 7. Slowgo would take it down to, let's say, 5. That's essentially how it works. Okay, so one of the things you can do here if you want is, you can talk to the NPCs a little, but that kind of just gives you the, you know, the story of the vampire and that. So we're not actually going to do that. We're just gonna leave because you guys have me telling you all about the story. Okay, so now where we're actually gonna go is we're going to go to our first crystal site, which is going to be the Earth Crystal. The only downside is I can't actually remember which building it is. Ooh, hello. Why is my Black Mage dead? Well, I'm not quite sure why the Black Mage is dead, but he was. So, I'm sorry, Merc. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to let you die, man. I really didn't mean to let you die. God damn it, man. God damn it. Right, where am I going? I'm fairly sure that's the Earth Cavern, so we're going to go down there and take a look-see. Let's see. I'll tell you what, though. It's a shame we're still fighting the same weak mobs. You know, I would have definitely preferred some stronger enemies around here. But unfortunately, we haven't quite got to the difficulty curve just yet, sadly. Right, this should be the Earth Cave right now. Is it? Is it? Is it? It is! Cavern of Earth. Okay, so one of the things that I want to mention before we actually start going through here is make sure you save before you go in. It's like this dungeon is actually pretty tough. There are a lot of things in here which can absolutely decimate you and really, really, really ruin your day. So, you know, definitely do keep that in mind. Oh, I should mention as well, the armor shop in Malmode was all the way north. Didn't go there because there's not anything new there worth buying, so I left it out. Anyway, with that said, it is time to go through the Earth Cave. And there's a few things to get here. And when I say a few things, I mean quite a few things, unfortunately. So let's try and do this as easily as possible, shall we? So as soon as we enter, we're actually going to go all the way up to the north. And the reason for that is there's a room with a treasure chest in. And in this treasure chest, there is a lovely 2,000 gil. Oh, one of the things I should mention as well is a lot of the treasure chests in here are actually, they're cursed, basically. So do keep that in mind. Things could end up getting a little nasty if you try and open a treasure chest without being healed. That was one of them. Okay, so now that we've got that treasure chest, let's go around and get another one. Which I believe was over to the left. I tell you what though, it's dungeons like this that really make me wish that I had like some kind of no encounter booster. Look guys, the remakes and remasters of later games have they've spoiled me for grinding, okay? Now, right, one of the things that I do want to say is be careful of these hill geigers here. Basically, this section of the area, you will get into a battle every single step you take. As you can see right here. And these hill geigers, they can hit pretty damn tough. So definitely be careful. It is, however, a really, really good training spot. So one of the things that I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch my white mage over to just casting heal. Just to try and ensure that like my party stays healthy, essentially. Because now we're getting to a point where I'm always going to be taking damage every fight. So I want to make sure my characters stay alive. And of course I am going to be speeding this up like hell, just because it would take us forever to get through this dungeon without it. And I'm fairly sure you guys don't want to see me sitting here whacking these things forever. And we're just a few steps away from being out of this. Just a few steps, man. Just a few more steps. Oh, I'm out of MP. Whoops. Well, it's alright. I've got some ethers, I believe. Yeah, 16 ethers. Probably should have bought some more, but we can make do with that. Now, one of the things I should mention as well is the hill geigers actually drop tents, and if you look at that EXP, they do drop really, really good EXP. You know when I mentioned about how you can fight these on the, well, you know I mentioned you could fight on the peninsula near Provoker for like a super good leveling spot? Hill geigers are one of the enemies that appear there as well. So, you know, if you want to do some grinding, this is also, you know, an acceptable spot. Okay, with that, though, we are going to go back to the stairs, which is, you know, where you would enter and exit this place from. We are actually going to leave just because I want to use a tent here. It's like, we've got, like, all the upper part done. So now we're actually going to go down the way. Now, straight here, there is a fork, and we want to go down and not to the right. The reason for that is, when you go to the right, that actually takes you to the next floor. But there are still a few items here to get. So we're going to go right at the next fork. And this leads us down to a nice little hidden building with 2 treasure chests. One is an antidote, and the other is 800 gil. There are 2 more treasure chests on this floor as well. One of them is gil, and the other is, I believe, an item. Oh, I got poisoned. I got poisoned, man. Goddamn tarantulas. I tell you what, though, I am leveling up kind of quickly here. It's like, if I don't have level 5 magic already, I will have it when I leave. No, still don't have it, unfortunately. Well, it sucks, but what can you do? I am going to heal Moop, though. If I let Moop die, he's never going to let me hear the end of it. Right, so there's another little fork here. If you go south, it's just a dead end, so we're going to go over to the far left path to carry on going around. To another little room with 2 more treasure chests. Unfortunately, there was another earth elemental, so we have a potion and 880 gil. And more elementals. Oh yeah, you can actually force these elemental fights if you want to, just by walking in front of the treasure chest. So, nice little tidbit for you there. Right, I'm going to set up heal, and I'm also going to set up fire spam as well, just to speed these fights up. And Merc died again. I'm sorry, Merc. This is where Merc now just secretly plots my death. Merc, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. He's never gonna let me hear the end of this, how I let him die twice in one video. Oh, man. Right, with that, though, we are done on floor 1 of the Earth Cave. So it's time to move to floor 2. Floor 2 of, I believe, like 5 or 6 floors. Like, this dungeon is not short, guys, okay? It's kind of long. So make sure you have some healing items or you're at a decent level with decent gear. Okay, now, floor 2 is a bit of a maze. So we're going to go out the first room to the south, then we're going to go right and up. From here, we're going to go right again and then down. The reason for that is if we went through the upper right path, it's actually a dead end. So we're not going to go that way. All right, so we're going to go south, and I'm literally just trying to remember everything here now. Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to go south, then I think it's up to the right. And then this should lead us to a room with some treasure chests now. I'm just going to leave that poison ticking for now. Yeah, so it was to the treasure chests. All right, let's get rid of the poison, because I think one of these is booby-trapped. We do get a coral sword. We get a tent, and we get 330 gil. I can't remember if the coral sword was actually good or not. Was it? It was good. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually equipped. So I am just going to use optimal here, you know, just to change my gear around, and now we'll have a much easier time going through this place. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I didn't check my gear beforehand. Anyway, now that we've come out of there, we're actually going to go south from this room. And again, we're going to keep going south. Well, we're not going to keep going south, actually. Sorry. We're going to go left and then keep going south. And then we're just going to go all the way south down here, which will lead us to another room with some more treasure chests. Now, the first south path that I took there, the one that I really shouldn't have done, is actually what leads you over to the third floor. And so we'll be going that way in a moment. Goddamn Earth Elementals, man. There's so many of them in here. Alright, so we got some gil, a leather shield, which I'm not actually going to equip, just because, I mean, hassle. And we get 5,000 gil. Now, that's going to come in handy later when we actually start buying some gear. But again, you know, I'm using the equipment trick to, you know, like, remove my need for farming gil. So, we don't really need to worry about gil. Well, I don't anyway. If you're playing this normally, then that 5,000 is going to come in really, really handy. Probably due to the fact that you're going to have to buy all of your healing items after this place again. It's like you might actually run out in here. It is entirely possible. Okay, so now we are on the third floor. And this one is also a maze. Look, guys, I mentioned when we were doing Marsh Cavern that this place gets evil. Well, this game gets evil when it comes to the dungeons, okay? Right, I'm gonna actually... Ooh, this could be bad. This could be really, really bad right now. Okay, let's... Come on. Okay, okay. God, I hate cockatrices. I really hate them, man. I really hate them. They're a bit dangerous, okay? They're just a little bit dangerous. But yeah, as I was saying, so when we were doing Marsh Cavern and that, I warned you guys about how the how bad dungeons in this game can get. This is pretty much, you know, like, this is still kind of simple to how bad they get. So, you know, do keep that in mind for sure. Because it's like, even though this one seems like a maze right now, it's actually still kind of straightforward compared to some of the later ones. It's like, there's no secret invisible pathways or anything in here just yet. Thankfully. Whereas later, we are going to come across a lot of them. Right. Yes, I need to go in this room for the next item. And that's 3,000 gil. Again, very, very helpful. Then we just carry on going around. This floor is almost like a circle, essentially. Now, this room right here is actually a little bit of a trap room. There's nothing in there. Other than, you know, like a bunch of enemies. So do keep that in mind. We are going to go in this room, though, fight another elemental for another 1,000 gil. And then we're just going to go down to the south. Oh, no. Jellies. Please don't poison me. Okay, we got a little bit lucky there. What level am I now, actually? 19. Have I unlocked level 5 magic? Yes, I have. Okay, so I can actually buy some magic once I get back to the next city. Oh, excuse me. Okay. This little blue bat right here is actually a boss. So before you interact with it, make sure you heal up, because, well, you might regret not healing. I am actually going to use an ether as well, just for a little bit more MP. Right, vampire, all things in this world are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, and so the earth shall rot. Keep dreaming, buddy. You cannot alter destiny. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying. How much are you betting, buddy? Like, how much are you betting that I cannot kill you? You know what? I'm actually going to change over to using... in fact, let's put haste and temper. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that was over pretty quick, to be honest. That's kind of the downside with FF1. Like, the bosses are actually really, really simple and easy. Okay, so in the first treasure chest where the boss was, we do get the lovely Star Ruby. We don't need that just yet, however, and there is still so much stuff to get in this dungeon. So that is exactly what we're going to do right now. So we're going to exit out to the right, and then we're going to just keep going up the way now. Okay, a stone slab is set in the floor. An evil force seems to emanate from within. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot. I can't actually do that just yet, can I? That sucks, man. That sucks. I was kind of hoping I could do it all in one go. I completely forgot that I couldn't. Okay, so now we've got to just slug our way out of here, unfortunately. And again, as I mentioned, this place is a goddamn maze, so, you know, just, I don't know, try to be a little careful. Just remember, though, we do have to come back here later, so make sure you bring even more healing items, because it's not actually much later when we come back here, so you're not going to be super high leveled or anything like that. Right, there's second floor. Oh, man, I hate this place. Up to the north. I think it's straight up. Yeah, it's straight up, because there's the treasure room on the right. And then I go around to the left. Oh, I got poisoned again, seriously? I'm trying to leave this place, just let me leave. So you know how I mentioned earlier on about teleport, how it lets you go up a floor? Now you know why it's actually so beneficial. Oh, man. I would kill for teleport right now, honestly. I would absolutely kill for it. It would save so much time and effort. Right, at least we're back out now. At least we are back out now. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to go back to the city of Malmond, and the reason for that is I need healing items. I need healing items, and I need to get level 5 magic. So that is exactly what we're going to do. I think it's to the right here. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we can finally heal. And again, make sure you use the inn. It's like, chances are you are incredibly beat up after that last place. Right, in fact, you know what? I didn't actually show you the armor shop before, so I'll show you now. It's right here to the north. Oh, wait, no, I forgot I could buy knight's armor here. Crap. I really should have came up and bought that, actually. I can buy 2 silver armlets as well. Damn, yeah, I should have come up for that. That's completely me being stupid, that is. Definitely should have done that. That would have saved me a bit of hassle. It's like, it's normally like when I play this game, I do the equipment glitch. So that's kind of why I thought it was useless. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, so we are going to go by the magic now. Okay, so Duergar is a definite. Live, just so if I ever run into Phoenix Downs, I don't need to worry. And Hilaria for some good AoE healing. And then we're going to go get some black magic. Let's see. Firegger is a definite. Teleport is also a definite, just to help us... Wait, what? You cannot learn this spell. Oh, I can't learn it. Damn. I need to get my Black Wizard for that first, unfortunately. So, for now, I'll pick up Scourge and Slower. And then I will come back here later and I'll get rid of one of them to get teleport. I can't believe I forgot that, man. Like, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Wait, where's the item shop? Where was the item shop? Why can I not remember where this item shop was? Hello, item shop? Is there no item shop here? Wait, no, there is no item shop. Damn. So I can't even actually get any other items. Well, I suppose it's not the end of the world. Like, I don't really need to worry well, I don't need to worry too much for now about that. Because I do have the magic. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go over here to the left, which is actually going to be the Giant's Cave. So let's go, shall we? Okay, so in the Giant's Cave, we do, of course, need to speak to the Giant. How you doing, buddy? You have Star Ruby. I do. Give me Star Ruby and I'll let you pass. Sure, buddy, sure. I don't like how they actually went out of the way to make a model for the Giant's ass, though, man. Nothing tastier than rubies. I mean, I could think of a few things that are tasty, buddy. You know, a lot more tastier than a ruby, anyway. Like pizza, curry, Chinese, pizza. You know, it's like that. There's a lot of things tastier than rubies, man. So we are gonna go south from him, though. Just for a few chaz with some lovely gilling items. And then we're actually going to go up to the north to leave this place. When I finally get up there. There we go. Okay, and from there we're going to go south now. Because we are coming up to another area. Now, this is going to be the area that we need to visit before we have to go back to the Earth Cave. Because this is going to be the Sage's Cave. I'm going to save first, though, because I know this game actually crashes a few times in here. I don't know why. It's also only an issue that I've ever had with the PSP version of the game, but for some reason the Sage's Cave likes crashing, and I really don't understand why. Alright, so let's just go on in. Now, we don't really need to worry about any items or anything like that, because there is nothing in here. There is also no monsters either. We're just gonna run on through to find the Sage, who is right here. How you doing, buddy? So, you were the ones who defeated the vampire, huh? But he was only a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal lurks far deeper within the cavern. Here, take the staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. Wow, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. We got the Earth Rod, and that allows us to use the teleporter behind where we fought the vampire. So with that, we can now actually leave and go back through to the Earth Cave. The downside, however, is we unfortunately have to go the slow way of just walking on through. Which does, of course, mean even more battles. More battles, long periods of drag. Tell you what though, like, it really sucks that there's no item shop that I can use to, like, fill up on items. It's like, I could take the boat and go back to somewhere like Alfheim to buy a bunch more, but, yeah. You know, I don't really see the point in that, to be honest. Like, I don't think I would have a trouble going through the Earth Cavern with my current stats and levels, so we should be okay. Should be. Now, let's see how badly that, like, me saying that is going to bite me in the ass, to be honest. One of the things I could do as well is I could do a little bit of grinding, but no, I think I'll leave that. I am going to use a tent, though, just to, you know, fully heal. Because, again, this is going to be a bit of a long trek. It's like, we've got to go through the first 3 floors that we did earlier, and we're going to go through an extra 2 floors on top of that with another boss at the end. So, again, it could be a little bit dangerous. But to see how dangerous it is, I'm afraid to say you're going to have to wait until the next one, because I'm going to be ending this video right here. Still though, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, then please be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button as well for this lovely Final Fantasy marathon, where we play through every game in the series. Still though, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon!